This is CBS 6 News.
And good morning to you. It's 8:55 a.m. right now. I'm Cheryl Miller.
Yeah, happy holidays. I'm Greg McQuaid. Stay with us for the next hour from 9 to 10. Cheryl and I are going to be hosting Virginia this morning, giving you a glimpse into what is going on in the River City.
Welcome back to Virginia This Morning.
Well, maybe last holiday season you might have found your Amaryllis to be a little lackluster.
Well, this morning our good friend Mark Viette explains why that was and how to get big, beautiful blooms this year. Great to see you, Mark.
Hey, good to see you guys.
Your red lion is roaring.
Oh, isn't that beautiful?
That is
It's gorgeous.
And, you know, and when it comes to bulbs, the bigger the bulb, the better your success will be in flowering. And it really is true with Amaryllis. And to give you an example, sometimes you might see a really, pretty, beautiful picture.
That's usually what I buy.
Yeah, you see a beautiful picture, but then, when you get home, you find this tiny bulb with a very small flower stalk, and look at the size of this.
So that's not going to grow into that.
Oh, no, not at all.
Wishful thinking.
Wishful thinking is right. Or you might see another package, and you open it up, and I'm going to show you exactly what we do with them. Now, this is not what we do as consumers.
Right, you don't want to do this.
No, you don't want to do this, but I cut them.
Okay.
And I actually cut them, and then what you can do is you can see how many flower buds you might have. And on this one here, on this small bulb, you're going to have one flower bud.
So that's all you're going to get.
But it's small. It's tiny. On the other hand, I come in here with my knife, and what you do, and it wastes the bulb, but you have to test
you
them.
already cut one. You don't have to cut that.
I know, you want
Waste
that one,
not,
right?
want not.
No, I just don't
Well, you
want
just
you to
make believe. You cut here,
I don't
you
want
cut
you to hurt the flower.
And what you do is you peel back every seven, and this is a leaf scale, every 7 leaves, you peel back.
Okay.
And then that's
you
a
get-
Look at this.
beautiful,
Gorgeous.
perfect bulb of a flower bud. And if you want, you can actually take the flower bud and peel back the flower bud. And this is what you do when you really test them properly. And you can see 1, 2, 3, 4 flowers that we're getting right here on each of these stems.
And we just want to tell people, if you do this at home, you're not going to get flowers to grow.
No,
Right.
they're gone. They're gone. You can do it to grow
Yeah.
more, but if you look, you can see more flower buds. Look at that flower
that.
bud right
That's
there.
gonna be huge.
And if you look here again, there'll be another flower bud right here next to the base. So this one has 3 flower buds. There's another one right in there. And so you're going to get 3 beautiful stems where this has 2. The real key is the large bulbs.
Okay,
Larger
so really
bulbs are
check out
better.
the bulbs before you purchase them.
Yeah, I
really.
go into places now and people are opening boxes to make sure they're big. Now, these are grown in Brazil. They're grown in Peru. They're grown in Israel. They're in the Jordan Valley in greenhouses, and they're grown in the Netherlands. So they come from different places of the world. And but they're grown in the southern hemisphere. So when they're harvested properly, they can bloom for us during the holidays.
Oh, okay.
Now, I
okay.
noticed you've got these planted in rocks, and I've tried to grow Amaryllis in rock, and unsuccessfully.
Okay, the real key is what we're finding, and is you need to trim the roots off. So what you do is you come in here, if make believe it has roots like this one here, and you just trim the roots off. It's like cooking. You cut the roots off, and then you set them, and these are already set in these vases, as you'll see here, and they're already set right in above where the water level is. So then the rocks are set around them to keep them from shifting.
Because you don't want them sitting in the water.
No, the water comes right up to the bottom.
bottom.
And these are super huge bulbs, and for months, I mean, they'll be blooming all the way in some cases into February.
Mark, how long does it take something to grow like that right here to
4
your
weeks.
immediate right?
4 weeks. Now,
Just 4 weeks.
4 to 6 weeks they'll start to bloom from when you, because they're harvested, and the other thing that's really important is when they're harvested from other countries, they go through a drying process that reduces the humidity level inside the bulb.
Oh, yeah, because I noticed these are very wet.
Right, but but there's no brown, there's no dead. In some cases, these buds will just turn brown because they're not dried right. So it's critical for the first week or so when they're dug out of the ground that in warehouses they're dried. so the humidity level is less inside the bulb, and that's another reason that you want to look for bulbs that have that kind of quality. And you can tell if the bulbs aren't harvested correctly by cutting them open. You can actually tell. And if they're not harvested and properly going through the right temperatures, sometimes they come with leaves first, sometimes they come with stems first, and really we want the stems first.
You want the stems first, and then you want that thing right to your right.
We might not get them in time for Christmas, but we can have them by the new year.
And yeah, you can find these in a lot of your stores now.
All right,
just look in the box.
That's it.
All right, Mark, thanks.
Right now we want to check with Carrie. We might be blooming some bulbs outside. It's kind of mild out there.
It is. That is